Welcome to Running Plays with Coach P. Wade. I am Coach P. Wade. And today I have an episode that it came on my heart as I was on a run today. And I'm going to go through why. I'm going to get to this point quick and give y'all a few takeaways. So as I was going to the trail that I normally run on early mornings, I get out there. There were a couple things that were blocking, stopping, or we can call roadblocks. And that's what I want to talk to y'all about today. Roadblocks, obstacles, adversity, whatever you want to call it, challenges, all these things that are trying to stop us from getting to our destination, or all the things that are in front of us that are trying to prevent us from getting to our goals and how we work through that. So to start my morning off, my wife did not feel like running. And on the mornings, we do this together. So I'm used to her energy because we bounce off of each other's energy. She wasn't feeling well today. So this morning, she's I don't really. So naturally, that energy started impacting me, started impacting my mental. But I was like, you know what? Hey, I know you don't feel the best, but you're going to feel great afterwards. I'm trying to get her pumped up. And also I didn't want it to impact me selfishly. I'm like, hey, I want to go out for this run. I'm prepped. I got my pre-workout made. I'm ready to go, right? So I got past that first obstacle. Get out to the trail. It's a nice day. It's not too hot. We start running. A vicious dog is on the trail. And yes, it had an owner, but that owner, like it jumped at us, and that owner really didn't seem to be that strong to hold it back. So it got close to my leg as I was running. And if anyone knows me, I have a huge fear of dogs. So that immediately I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing this run. That's 30 seconds into my run. So my mental's kind of, I'm like, all right, I got to push through. So, you know what? I'm like, there's going to be dogs on the trail. You know that coming out here. So just brace yourself, right? Trust these owners to control their dogs because typically they're going to be able to. But that's my fear. That's something I have to control. All right. So I get past that second obstacle, right? Or the third one, I don't know if it's an obstacle or a roadblock. I'm running my regular run. We were both running. There are two trucks parked on the trail. Some work trucks, they're doing something at the bathrooms over there. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I'm like, all right, so we running on the trail. We have our headphones on. So we both pointing, like trying to figure out what we were going to do. All right, boom. We veered off. We found a different way to go. Now, this different route that we took, y'all, when I say the incline was inclining, we going, my quads are burning because, we typically don't run on an incline. So it was very challenging. My breathing's out of whack. I'm tired. We a minute and a half into the run. And I'm like, I'm breathing really hard because of that incline. It took a lot out of me. And I'm like, you know what? I was like, we probably should go to a different trail or just stop for today. My mind's thinking that. But I'm like, you know what? No, you got to complete it. The next thing. Y'all, I know it feels like I got to be making this up. When I say everybody and their mama was out at the trail today, everybody was out. I'm like, do people not work? Like, what's going on? And I was out there too, but everybody's out on the trail. So, and it's not, the trail's not that wide. So when you're coming through, if they're walking as pairs, like two people, some couples, friends, it's hard to pass them. And it was so many people to pass because most people on the trail that we were on today, and we typically like this one, it's a lot of walkers, but it wasn't, today was packed. I don't know what today was, Walking Tuesday. I don't know. Right. So we're trying to, get past them on the trail. I'm like, oh my goodness, all these things are coming up today. So you got to try to run on the side. And then after that, not making this up, I'm walking. I'm running. And then you start seeing these geese doing walking, how they walk in a straight line. And I'm like, okay, the person in front of me, she was running. And I thought, if she's running, I know they don't like movement, they will stop. But she stopped running so she can record them. And I'm like, oh, man. So I'm like, okay, I can't keep going on this path. So I had to turn around because I'm trying to get my full minutes in and run the opposite way, which everybody else is coming the other way. And I know people don't like when you're running the opposite way because whatever. I say all that to say, when we're on our path to accomplish something, when we're on our road to achieve these goals, there are going to be some roadblocks and obstacles and adversity. Let me transition this to life. So I'm telling y'all this in my story today, but when we're trying to achieve a goal or we have a vision, there's going to be things in life like you thought you were going to complete this vision with a partner, but y'all get divorced. You may have an unexpected expense come through that you were planning on using that money for something, but now boom, something happened with your car, or something happened to the house. You may have a loss of a job. This was your anchor. Now you lost your job. How the hell are you going to get to the destination because you lost your job? You may be on a fitness journey and then you get an injury. It's all these things that come at us in life, and I want to talk about how we navigate it. And the last one, let me not forget to say this one, is the mental roadblocks, because those can get to us. Those are the things where that negative self-talk comes in. When you're on your mission to achieve something, to be great, and then you hear that self-talk come in because somebody back in when you were growing up, when you were a kid, told you, you're not strong enough for that. That's for the kids that, really excel in reading. You're not strong in reading. You shouldn't be going after that. Or, that's not for you. I'll put you more over here because this is your strength. So, or you're not smart enough. You're not big enough. Whatever the case may be, whatever someone told us when we were growing up of why we couldn't do something, that self-talk starts coming back, like that negative talk starts coming back to us in the form of self-talk. And we convince ourselves that, maybe I shouldn't be dreaming this big. Maybe I shouldn't go after this because how am I really going to make this happen? Or from even past experiences, maybe past failures, or maybe somebody in your adulthood told you that, hey, that's not the right path for you. Maybe you took a test and it told you these are the jobs. You remember those tests back in the day where you took it and it told you what kind of job you would be strong in? I don't know if those still go on today. Somebody gonna have to let me know, but that kind of stuff can make us stop ourselves while we're on these paths. Man, I had the dream of having this business with my wife or my husband, and now we're divorced. How can I still complete that? Is that even still my dream? Was it their dream? All these things, right? But a couple things I want y'all to take away, and what I want to teach real quick, I want to coach, is all that's going to happen. When you set out to do something, when you set out to achieve something, when you want to be successful, when you want to accomplish things in life, adversity, obstacles, roadblocks, however you want to call them, they're going to be on your path. So things that you have to do is, number one, change your perspective. When these things start happening, are they happening to you or are they happening for you? And if you can change the lens on if this is the glass half empty or half full, or all of that, is this actually tearing me down or is this building me up? And you change that lens on it, your perspective changes. So then you're like, you know what? Okay, this is happening for me. It's not happening to me. Okay, so I got divorced. Okay, so now I have to figure out the way to get to my dream by myself. There's going to have to be a different way. Or maybe instead of having my life partner, I do it with a business partner, whatever that is, whatever your strategy is for you, but you're going to have to navigate that differently. You have to make a pivot, make an adjustment. So change your perspective. The second thing is control the controllables. There are going to be a lot of things that are outside of your control that you cannot change because of that they're just out there. Like, we can change ourselves, but we can't change the external factors. So when you can't change the external factors, you only can control what you can control. And if you try to control things you can't, you're going to be stressed out, you're going to have anxiety, you can cause chronic illnesses, you're going to be depressed, all these things. You have to only control the things that are within your control. And for me, and I know for a lot of people, that's very hard. I have to always say in one of my affirmations, release trying to control all things to have your peace. And peace is important for me because I need peace to be successful. If I don't have peace, I can't create. So I have to release the control of all things in order to have peace. So for people that are, they have challenges with that as well, I will say add that to your affirmations. But remember, control the controllables. And the last and final thing I will give you is be resilient. Be ready to bounce back. They say that's a setup for a comeback, right? Or a setback for a comeback. So be ready to be resilient and bounce back like a rubber band, right? Like, okay, yeah, that happened, but I'm not about to allow that to stop me. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to be persistent. I'm going to keep going. Maybe I have to change directions. Maybe I thought my path was to go through this avenue, but now it's a different avenue, right? Maybe I thought my path was to go through doing it through social media, but no, it's actually community. I actually have to get out there and meet and shake hands and build relationships. Maybe I thought it was going to be with this lifelong partner, but it's like I said earlier, it's with the business partner. Maybe I thought, I have this injury now and I can't work. I can't do a lot of running. So I'm gonna have to, in the meantime, just focus on my nutrition. I can still be healthy. I can still be a fit individual and have a lifestyle that I was going for. But maybe right now, because I have let's say a leg injury, I can't run, but I can control what I put into my body. So once I get my leg healed, when I start running, I'm going to feel the best I ever felt running. You get what I'm saying? So it's really just figuring out ways to navigate it, be strategic. And when you are resilient, you can bounce back from anything. And I know it seems easier said than done, and it is easier said than done, but it's also a mindset. You have to say, I am resilient. You get what I'm saying? Add that to your affirmations. I am resilient. And then you will become resilient. You will think about things and how you can actually come back from it. All right, this did happen. So in order for us to get past this unexpected expense of my car breaking down, now I might have to pick up a side hustle. I might have to look at different ways of, I'm driving far on the weekends to go have pleasure. Maybe I don't need to spend that much on gas. Maybe I need to take my Starbucks from 7 days to 3 days, whatever the case may be, because of this unexpected expense. So it's different for everybody, but I just wanted to come by and say, y'all, roadblocks, obstacles, challenges, adversity, they're all going to continue to happen to everybody on our path to success. But if we can change our perspective, if we can control the controllables, and if we can be resilient, we can all get there. So I'm going to just leave it there. Y'all, please tap in with me on my social platforms. If you're not following me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And if you like content like this, please like it. Please share it with your friends, family, colleagues, whatever. And please subscribe to my channel. And that's all I got, y'all. I'm out.